Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome to another video. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to gain root access from just a PHP shell. So basically, starting off with the PHP shell. So a PHP shell is pretty much a PHP file, obviously, which it gives access to the command line of the system, right? With the PHP shell, you can do all sorts of things. You can upload files, you can run commands, you can pretty much do everything that is within the scope of the user for the web server, right? So usually it doesn't have a lot of privileges. So with the PHP shell, there's only so much you can do. You can still do a lot with a PHP shell, but you can't really take full control of the server. So an attacker would probably start by looking for vulnerabilities on your website, and then once he finds one, he will probably try to upload a PHP shell. Now, the part that I'm going to be showing you is how an attacker would go from just having a PHP shell to having full control of your server. And by full control, I mean like full control. Like he could lock you out from the server. He could steal your SSH keys. You could steal your credentials for all the users on the system. If you have shared hosting, all the websites in that server are compromised. Like literally anything you can think of, root access will get that. Um, so the vulnerability that we're going to be exploiting today is this one. You can look it up if you want. It's basically a vulnerability in the sudo, and it affects from this version to this version. And it just so happens I have the version 1.9.15, so it's vulnerable. And this came out just about a week and a half ago. Okay, so here we have our PHP shell, and if I type ID, you're gonna see I don't have root access, so I don't have full control of the server, and I will leave this in the description so you can pretty much use it. We're gonna need this, which is the path variable. It basically just tells the shell where to look for binary files. And it's going to be missing that, so the exploit is not going to work. But once we run this, the exploit should work. This is just for the reverse shell, because it's just much easier to do it in a reverse shell rather than on a PHP shell. You're going to run into a lot of issues if you want to do it in PHP shell. The PHP shell is just there to get us access to a reverse shell. Now, an attacker would probably use either a reverse proxy to open a reverse shell, or he could use another server that he has access to open the port. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways that an attacker can get a reverse shell. So here is the exploit. I'm just going to copy this URL, and we're going to do double get of the exploit. Okay, we're going to make it runnable by doing chmod. And now we can run this exploit. Now, if I do run this exploit, it's not going to work. As you can see, it needs to be in a proper environment for it to run. Okay, so to do that, I have this server here, which is another server, and it's listening in this port, and it's waiting for a reverse shell. Now, to do a reverse shell, all we need to do is just create a folder for it, and then we're gonna connect to the reverse shell. Okay, so now we have access to the server. but we don't have full access yet. As you can see, we still, if I write who am I, I'm www-data. This user won't have full access to the server. So there's only so much we can do with it. Sometimes you won't even be able to edit the files of the website because it won't have access to all the directories. I mean, it will have access but not permissions to edit. So in here, what we're gonna do, like even if I try to run the exploit here, as you can see, it doesn't work. Okay. Now all we gotta do is just run this command, which basically creates the path variable, and it will basically, now the shell knows where to look for binaries, including the one that it needs to compile the object image. Okay, so I'm gonna run it again, and now we have root access. Okay, now we can go to root, we can echo you have been hacked into a hack.txt file. All right, who am I? I'm root. Right? It's that easy, guys. It's ridiculous. So let me see if it's actually there. Yeah, as you can see, if I cat hack.txt, it says you've been hacked. And that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's that easy, guys. So make sure if you got sudo in your server, make sure you update it to the latest version so that it's patched. And that was today's video. It's a very short video. I will leave the link in the description below for the exploit. Yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like below, and leave comments below for ideas for the next video. I don't know what the next video is going to be. I will come up with something, and I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.